We're done going forwards and backwards in time.
We are done. We've collected all of our evidence and we're ready for day 3's trial. So
Oh no.
we are going to use all of the evidence that we've gathered. Is
this is the third day of the trial, not the third day of the trial.
Yeah, day 3 trial. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant, Vera Misham, innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? I'm still confused as to how Phoenix is in this computer.
It's like a VR headset kind of deal, I guess. Preparations complete.
Oh.
Something inside me rising, surfacing.
Is this me?
I don't know.
Who?
I have no idea. Is it maybe Apollo? Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close. I guess that was you.
I don't
know.
It's hard to tell. Who's the narrator of this game? October 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
We're just going right into it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution's ready to rock.
Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant, Vera Misham's condition?
Acute atroquinine poisoning, according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today. What? They can't put her on trial without her being here.
Yes, they can.
They do it all the time.
They do it a lot. It's called a trial in absentia, obviously.
Oh, wow, nerd.
It is unusual.
They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them.
Again, Trucy, I love needless procedures. We've been over this.
These are a room full of lawyers.
That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer.
Yeah, they only have 3 days.
Yeah, or they risk having no one left to try.
A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on.
Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be canceled. I'm not going to let that happen.
Does Lawyer High School have musicals?
I hope it does.
Okay.
I deeply hope. It's just Legally Blonde over and over and over again every single year.
That would be great. Sometimes they do Chicago for fun.
Yeah, just to mix it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's like, this one's about crime. Let's do it.
Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin.
The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she's done.
Allegedly.
But Vera was poisoned with atroquinine. The exact same poison that took her father's life.
What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by.
That is true.
In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday.
Well, Mr. Justice, If you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer.
If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us.
Rip.
Oh, tragic. How do you propose her killer poisoned her?
With poison.
Yeah. Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. You're not gonna like this
Yeah,
one.
you're not gonna like that.
Hey.
It wouldn't be that nice, actually.
You're gonna have a bad day.
He's gonna have a bad time in court today. The prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned.
All right, I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first?
Let's go with how. I think it's fun. Is that right? Or is it who?
I think we should show who did it.
Well, you're gonna ruin this guy's day already? It's barely
Yeah.
10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. You know, the earlier you get it out of the way, the better, right?
Okay, sure. Let's ruin Clavier's day at 10 a.m.
Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. Okay. I did get it backwards. Fuck. No. Oh, no.
Just a moment, Hair Forehead. You are aware this is an accusation you're making. I think a bit of risk is in order. This much to be precise. Oh my
damn
God.
it.
We're gonna lose the game.
I understand. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. I don't know what I'm doing, and I fucked everything up. All right. Let's hear it. Who poisoned Vera Misham? It was me. I did it.
We should guess right.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess right, just in case.
What's this? Christoph Gavin.
Yeah, I would hope so. What's your game? My bro. There's no way he could do a thing like that. My bro? You should know that better than anyone else.
Oh, oof.
Aye, ooh, aye.
Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did.
What?
Christoph Gavin had the opportunity to poison Vera Misham. Apparently, the defense has something in mind. Let's see what it is. How did Christoph Gavin, currently in solitary confinement, poison her?
Can I see some nail polish, please?
Yeah, we can see some nail polish.
That's the worst brush handle. It offends.
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand.
No. Bad.
Little judge joke for you.
Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Yeah, it's a top coat.
Something the matter?
No, nothing at all.
So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Do you know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. I see. So she's been painting them all this time.
Wait, you're telling me he's never not seen his wife's nails red?
Yeah, I guess not.
The dedication that I chip my nail polish 30 seconds after that sucker hits my nail.
I know. Like, I look at my nails and it's just like, psh, okay.
You know what? She might have she might have gels.
Yeah, she just gets gels every week. I mean, he's a judge, so
That
you know,
makes sense.
He can afford it.
Yeah, no, it's gels. It's not paint. There's no way. If it's paint, that is no way that's real. They're gels. Mystery solved. We can move on.
Yeah.
Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Ah! Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once! Christoph Gavin didn't have to poison that bottle the day of the poisoning, Your Honor. The moment Vera first held that bottle in her hand, her fate was sealed. But wait! This business about Christoph Gavin giving her that bottle is only conjecture. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. Yeah, he's fucking sweating over there, bud.
You doing all right?
That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this.
Okay, just because we said his name doesn't mean you have to start with the poetry.
No, he's an emo sad rock star now. And
Yeah.
during his emo phase. Watch it happen in real time. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. Yes.
That's fucking emo as shit, dude.
It's emo time. Let's all go to
It's
Hot
emo
Topic.
time. That at least sounds like a better song lyric than your usual shit, so.
Okay, the defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand.
Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison, which I happen to know off the top of my bald pate.
You don't remember anything else, but you know that.
Yeah.
Chell, am so excited for this.
There he is!
Ah, Your Honor. How nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss?
It's the energy. Stiff upper lip, Apollo. You can do it.
Can I? I don't know about that.
You got it.
Does this bottle look familiar? Ariadone nail polish. Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet! And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit, I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Misham was poisoned! Atraquinine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin.
Which is weird because you've been in solitary confinement.
Yeah,
It's real weird. Hey, buddy.
Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Maybe you can explain this.
He's just not having a good time.
This man is fully shut down.
Yep. Just complete confidence overhaul.
Buddy, I think you're having a panic attack. Okay, he's better.
Okay, no, I'm fine now.
You're being accused again by him. Again.
Yeah, because he's guilty again.
Yeah.
And you agree with this accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Stop fighting, you two.
Stop bullying your younger brother
Yeah,
from the
stop
stand.
bullying your brother. You're not an attorney anymore, so. Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant Vera Mishram, so please testify on this matter to the court.
I personally suspect you of several other things, but that's not here nor there right now.
Yeah, but it is about to be here and here is again as well.
Yeah?
So.
Great, I love this. Poisoning Vera.
Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely, you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too.
Would you believe?
Yeah, would you believe it? That's exactly what happened.
Weird, but that's what I'm gonna say next.
Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention, why?
All right. Let's do this.
Let's go. Poisoning
All right.
Vera. Oh.
Oh, we got the bracelet.
Already.
Yeah.
This is gonna take. Oh, this is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on him?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna. Yep, this is the one.
Yeah.
Hi. Would you like to meet my lovely bracelet trick that I just learned? Oh, look at his face.
Oh wow, he's so mad. Buddy, what happened to your hand?
I think that might be our target here.
There, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Okay, so that was... Yeah, that's it.
Hey, it looks like a
Wow.
skull.
Hey, that's fucked.
Hey, that's fun.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, is this man the devil? I love him.
Gotcha! It was you who killed Drew Misham. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. And let's assume, for the sake of argument,
I love that phrase. That phrase is only good when I use it, though.
Oh, Ben Shapiro ass. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. Let me rephrase. You didn't need to have nail polish in order to get him poisoned. That's what I meant. Oh. Then I must be very talented indeed.
Yeah, you're like one of the youngest attorneys.
You see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way, all the same. And I found it too. This is how you poisoned Mr. Misham. Where's that stamp?
Where's my favorite stamp?
Is that do we want the tiny page? No, the commemorative stamp. Okay, I made that same mistake before. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atraquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. So, am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon?
Yeah, you get it.
Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I love it when he gets anxious. That is all, Your Honor.
Their haircuts are stupid. I don't like that they wrap around like that.
It's very dumb.
It's dumb. It's so silly.
Order, order, order! Poison on the back of that stamp! After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright.
Daddy?
That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him!
What?
My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall witness Spark Brushell's testimony.
Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote.
He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was mere coincidence that he used it that night. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What? Really, Clavier? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. Poor baby. He's right, though.
He's not even air guitaring.
No. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Well,
It seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called.
The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Kristoff.
Clavier.
Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Kristoff.
What are you saying? Prosecutor Gavin?
Hair forehead. What was your accusation again?
Huh? Oh, it was that...
This poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Misham would use the stamp.
Yes, that's right, which is why it couldn't have been planned.
Tell me, it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't have just been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Misham died by that stamp. That's all.
Coincidence?
Kristoff, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is it?
What are you up to, Clavier?
I could ask you the same question, Kristoff.
I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well. I shall take his claim head on then. Justice. What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Then, allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo, motive. He's talking about motive.
Okay, Trucy, I'm the lawyer here, though, is the thing.
But I studied flashcards.
Okay, that's great. You'll be ready for the LSAT someday. Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So, what does it mean?
It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. Also, how did Trucy know what I was thinking about?
Trucy can read minds.
I guess! Trucy can just read Apollo's mind. NBD. Okay, anyway. A motive for murder. Get it? I'm doing alliteration like that yellow-hatted man.
Oh, great work, Judge.
This is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement.
I'd say it's about this vital.
That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Misham? Okay, so, I mean, the notebook page that he got forged.
Yeah, that's the notebook page. I would like to show forged evidence.
Hello, forged evidence? Hey, I'm presenting forged evidence in court.
but wait, before you throw me out.
Before you disbar me, just hear me out for 1 second. Kristoff Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. A page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnified, grammarized diary. How the fuck does he remember that?
He doesn't remember any. His long-term memory locked down. Short-term memory gone.
When Attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge. Yes.
Yeah. Masterful use of the passive voice.
Yes, his badge was taken from him. This was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven.
The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who, other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they?
Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? Mr. Drew Mission have deposited $100,000 in a designated account, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is the first page. Sign the papers and send it in with the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp. And this is the second. Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Mission by the client who requested that forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp. Drew Mission drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old.
7 years old.
The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery, to keep them from talking. But he made a mistake. Sure did.
The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much.
The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years.
Hair forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright.
Objection, he's poor as fuck. He can't afford that.
Yeah, $100,000? Have you met him?
Yeah. Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down.
Oh, then how will it go down?
I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy. Here. What's this? I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly.
I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday.
I understand I am asking the impossible of you.
Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards.
And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery.
The day before.
Now here's a question. Just who was Shadi Enigmar's previous defense attorney?
No, this can't all be.
But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Christoph Gavin! Order, order, order! What is the meaning of this? Witness, defendant, former lawyer! Let me begin by denying this. Objection! It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no records remain in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield.
Hair forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence? What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy. Yeah, Trucy.
Yeah, we're kind of accusing his brother
Of several murders back to back.
And he was personally involved with that original situation. So,
Evidence. Evidence that shows that this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago.
Clavier.
Just prove it. Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case. He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo.
Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him, and proof is the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin's link to True Misham?
all right.
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of True Misham 7 years ago. Prove it. It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not.
Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice?
I am.
Then I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very well. But if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty. Objection. Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? That is a huge penalty.
That's, I think, the highest one we've seen.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the highest ones in the games.
Christoph doesn't like you very much.
No, hey, I wonder why.
I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Oof. Well, Mr. Justice. Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job. Very well, Mr. Justice, present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Misham.
How about this letter that Drew sent to Solitary Cell 13?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Yeah, it's a letter.
Yeah, it's a letter.
I don't know this man. Why is he sending you letters?
This evidence proves there's a link. That scrap of paper. I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting.
I love. He saw it and he copied it down.
Mr. Wright's handwriting. What is the meaning of this?
Oh my gosh.
Ah, I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell. Except I wasn't there.
Phoenix, right?
When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell?
No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit.
Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter.
Reproduction?
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera.
What?
Oh, Angie.
Angie face.
He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin. And the contents of your personal mail. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law.
Do we have
Please
to break into a prison cell and steal a letter? Heist time?
I wish, no.
Oh.
Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Next time, the conclusion.